Hey guys, and welcome back to the Foul Anglers. Today we're down on Prince of Wales Pier in Falmouth, and we are going to be doing some squid fishing, as it is a prime time of year from now till about November to get some squid off the shore. It's very, very easy. We'll be running through all the methods that you need, and it's very, very cheap way to either stock up on bait or bring them home and cook them up and cook up a cheap, lovely meal. As you may have noticed, I've got the Good Luck Squid hoodie on for this evening. foulanglers.co.uk if you wanted to pick yourself up one of these or a different design.
Look at that. Even got the squid ink to go with it.
Limited edition squid ink design on the back.
Last time we were here.
Boom, there you go. Second one of the night. That was on the surface and he started shooting away with it before I even realised he grabbed it. Just hooked. There you go, just hooked. Perfect. Oh, it's covered my face. Perfect, right, we'll get him dispatched. Right, we ran over it last year, but we'll go over it again. To dispatch one of these guys. One clean chop right in between the head, ready? And they just instantly change colour and die. There we go. There we go, squid on. All we're doing here, drag, as you can hear, is very loose. And just bring them up slowly. This one was a blind strike down in the depths, but a lot of the time you can sight fish them. There he is. Hit the surface. A loose drag just means they don't pull themselves off. It's not a bad sized squid actually. You can see he's all full of water, so we don't want to get squirted by him. We will
Oh, I've got one as well.
Oh, he's got one. Right. There's that one. Right, there's Ollie on. Ollie's dispatched that one there. And Ollie's got a squid. Sometimes you do get sort of like shoals of squid come through. Well, that's probably what's happened there. Another decent sized one.
Let him get all the ink out the middle.
There he is. There we go. Bring him up. There he is. Nice one. We're racking up quite a nice total here. We've got a few there, and we'll chuck them all in that box later on. Oh! Oh, that was...
There we go, so we've just popped back to the car and actually got an LED underwater light.
There you go.
So what we'll do is we'll pop that down, and I mean it works the same as the lights we've got here. You just get some attached to it and they come over and start hanging around the light. Lots of bait fishing, which they like as well. So all I'm going to do is just slowly lower it down into the water.
There we go. We've got...
It's quite high tide today, so it doesn't need to be too far down. But then
12 volt battery.
12 volt battery, we got positive onto positive and negative onto negative. And then
See, the second that gets clipped on, it lights up just underneath that weed. There it is. And this helps basically, as Ollie said, attract all the bait fish in, which in turn the squid come and follow them. And it sort of gives us a nice little area here where we're fishing to hopefully catch some more squid. And it definitely does work. Right, so general sort of setup for this evening. I'm running with, this is just my basket really. We've got the Rapala Shadow Blade and the Akuma ITX 3000. Obviously Suffix braid and Suffix fluorocarbon. And then attached to a squid jig. This one's from Shimano. So yeah, all we sort of do when we're trying to catch these squid, there's all sorts of ways of doing it, but the way we sort of try first is just drop it straight out and just sort of let it sink. You can sort of jerk the rod up like that and then let it sink, and then on the sink they generally hit it. So we've got that method, and you can work the water column quite easily with that one. It's quite a big tide today, so there's quite a lot of water here. Another method that does work is, I don't know if it's too easy to see on the camera, but basically the underwater light creates a sort of ring effect here. You can see, I don't know if you'll be able to make them out. Let me put my light on it. There's a lot of scad and herring that sort of have made their way towards that underwater light there. So you can see how it brings the sort of bait fish in. But it sort of creates a ring of light. So I can see a sort of ring that sort of ends about there, casting on the edge of the light, whether that's from an underwater light or one of the pier lights or whatever light you've got around near you. Does seem to work. So sort of put my jig about there where it sort of ends and just let it sink down. Again, same method, just sort of jig it up like that and then let it sink and just slowly bring it back to you. Normally they'll hit it on the drop, and then when you go to jig it like that, you'll feel the resistance of one, because generally what they do when you will hook them, and you'll see this when they're at your feet as well, is they'll basically come and grab it, and they won't go for the back, generally, if you fish with like live prawns for bass, you'll know that they go and eat the head. So generally they'll go there, and then as you pull, they pulls up like that, and they get caught on the 2 prongs at the back there. There we go. There we go. Hooked him pretty far out. You see he's got all his ink out. Not a bad one again. And you see those barbs are doing exactly what they're designed for. And you can see his little beak there, which is where he grabs prey. You don't want to get bitten by that, it would hurt. But yeah, that's quite a nice example. Like, charged up, so he is going to shoot water out. You can see when they're going to. We'll get him dispatched quickly, so he's just, hopefully he doesn't shoot all over my leg. There we go. Add to the squid pile. Nice one. There we go. Hooked onto one at distance. Nice light drag. And it's not actually a bad squid, that one. Probably one of the best ones of the evening. That was casting right out as it's been a bit quiet at our feet, but there he is. Thanks, mate. Right, we'll put him, get him dispatched. Right, there we go. There's my jig there. There's the squid. See, he's looking at it. I sort of pause it, let it sink. He's gone to grab it. There we go, he's grabbed it. Perfect. That is textbook. As soon as you see him grab it, make sure you wind so those prongs stay in, because obviously they're not barbed. There he is. Sorry, everyone. And he's just, there we go, gently hooked. And Ollie will dispatch him. There we go, and we'll get it straight back in. Perfect. There we go. Ollie just sight fished a better one. Mate, that's a lovely squid, actually. Probably the best one of tonight, or at least up there. Not a bad one.
Let's get dispatched. So also in other exciting news, I've just gone and picked myself up a nice little caddy. So I'm going to be specking it out and doing up the inside. So the plan is to go a bit further away, do a bit sort of different style of fishing, maybe sort of Scotland, that sort of thing, and we can just go somewhere, be able to sleep. Even it's just good for chucking gear in and going around. So that is pretty cool. I've got some good plans for it, hopefully. So you'll be seeing this a bit more in the videos. Right, so there we go, that's going to wrap it up for today's session. It was very successful. We must have had 40 odd squid. So just goes to show you come down here and catch a bunch for yourself, and it's really good fun, very sociable as well. If you come down at not, what's it now, like 10:30?
Oh, 11 o'clock, but yeah.
11 o'clock, yeah.
As you can see, literally very easy to do. This is just a basic bass rod that I use for most of my fishing. Very simple squid jig. And yeah, you can come down, you don't need anything special jig wise, you don't need an underwater light either, and you can come down and you can catch loads in a session.
Very cheap, very accessible, and who knows, maybe we'll be down here. You can come see us. Yeah,
we're down here probably most evenings throughout the winter, because this is the sort of best fishing that's on offer. And yeah, loads of free bait, loads of free food, whatever. It's good fun, really easy to do. Hopefully this video has sort of helped you be able to understand more about squidding if you don't know much about squidding, and be able to come down here and sort of do it yourself as well.
I hope you did enjoy, and we will see you in the next one. Watch the video on screen here, and subscribe over Harry's head, and we will see you next week.
See you in a bit.